Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 13th of April 2021, and the time now is 6:19 a.m. Well, today our topic is there are many psychological weapons that can help us to achieve goals. Sharing some psychological knowledge and how we can use it in our life. So before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. Yep, so yeah, when preparing the topic today is about psychology. Yeah, and then yeah, I suddenly find that um I am quite confused about what defines psychology. Yeah, and then my understanding is psychology is about um uh to knowing the to knowing how to know how our brain work and uh, why we do something like it's about our behavior. So yeah, is it what the psychology is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, then yeah, so today I have three things it's something like the tricks that I usually will do. But I am not sure I can define them into uh, the psychological weapons or just some simple tricks. Yeah, so how about you? How many uh, weapons or things are you going to talk about later?
yeah, I would like to share one.
Oh, only one. So how about I start my sharing first because my sharing is not long and then I don't know whether I can define them into psychological knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first thing that I will do um, is that before I go to sleep, um, I try to motivate myself. Yeah, just the time you go to before you go to sleep, and then maybe you can talk to yourself. But I prefer to just feel and imagine that you are motivated, and then that is uh, the feeling of tomorrow. I mean, you imagine that tomorrow morning after you wake up, you are very energetic and motivated. Yeah, try to feel that for a few seconds, and then yeah, I found that this works for me, and I feel better when I wake up, and it seems like um, I can remember the effect, even though I may not remember what I said to myself yesterday, but the feeling I can remember. So it means that after I wake up, I really feel like more energetic or less tired, so that I can get up within a short time, so I won't like uh, after the alarm rang and I want to go back to sleep. Yeah, so I think this is effective to me. Yeah, so do you think this is something related to psychology?
Yeah,
Oh, I see. Yep. But for this, I don't know what uh psychological knowledge behind this. Um, yeah, maybe this is something like to motivate ourselves. Yep. And then yeah, also about this uh sleeping and getting up in the morning. I have another tricks which is uh I don't know whether this is something like yeah, I think it's still related to psychological effects. Um, for this, when we wake up, yeah, I always have the feeling that after I wake up, I actually don't feel the tiredness of my physical body. I mean, the moment that I just wake up, and then that is something like I have the consciousness. I started to have the consciousness, and at that few seconds, I actually don't feel any tired. Yeah, but if I didn't get up at that moment, and uh, I just lie there and start thinking, and after some times I can feel the tiredness of my body, and I will have the feeling like refuse to get up uh, from the bed. Yeah, and then so for here, what I do is after I wake up, because the tiredness uh, doesn't come so fast. So I need to wake up before that, before I can feel the tiredness. And after I wake up, and then uh, um, go to drink water, and then open the light, all things, and then yeah, that is what I do every day, and I think this is uh, still a good way to do for me every day. Yeah, so this is the first thing that I would like to talk about. Yeah, yeah. So I go to the second thing in my list. Yeah, the second thing in my list is um, it seems like it's a habit, and I believe that this can more or less because of uh, the effect of psychology. Yep, for this the tricks is to keep your workplace, yeah, especially your desk, your table that you use uh, when you were when you are working. Yeah, keep your workplace clean and tidy. Yeah, for this yeah, also effective for me. I don't know why if my desk uh is full of documents, books, or maybe some stationaries. Um, yeah, I feel like I was more easy to feel annoyed. Yeah, and then maybe uh, more stressful. Yeah, so uh, in uh, on the other hand, if my table and maybe the environment is clean and then neat and tidy, yeah, it makes me feel better and less stressful when doing the work. Yeah, so I think this is a good habit, and then it's also a good reason to keep our environment clean. Yeah, because if that can bring you some benefit, then yeah, it is good, right?
Mm.
And then yeah, the last thing in my list is about the health. Yeah, because this one is quite new for me, and it is from the book Meditation. And one of the way of doing meditation is I don't know what to call the terms. So I call it like the diet meditation. So it means that uh, we may practice meditation during our meals, our diet. Yeah. So for here is when we start eating our meals, either is breakfast, lunch, dinner. keep in mind that we want to observe the taste and the texture of the food that we eat, anything. So so for here, I found that it can um uh how to say, it can um stop me from being is it picky? Yeah, the habit that to choose to pick the food that you like only. So if you have this mindset to observe the taste and texture of the food, and I found that I will have a more balanced diet, uh, to have more vegetables and those uh, seems like not so delicious food. So yeah, so by having this mindset, it overcome um, my desire to eat only those delicious food, and often those delicious foods uh, are those food which considered to be less healthy. Yep. So one, two, three. Yeah. So these are my uh, my sharings today.
Yeah. Um, for the second part of the first sharing,
Okay. Is it about sleeping?
yeah, and you say you wake up as soon as possible
Mm.
and don't delay,
Yeah.
don't lay on the bed and and just wait. Mm. Wait, like you want to sleep more 5 minutes or 10 minutes like that.
Mm. Yeah.
And this is quite similar uh to one of the method to how do we overcome the procrastination.
Ah. Yeah.
So the method is, if you want to do something, you don't wait and you just directly to do.
Mm.
If you wait, then you won't do.
Yeah.
But if you start to do, for example, you can tell yourself, okay, I I can start I can start to do this thing for 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes only or 10 minutes.
Mm.
Then I can set an alarm or I can remind me.
Yeah.
Then when 5 minutes pass, if I still think if I still think this is okay to continue, then
Mm.
I can continue. Mm, yeah. So this is also one of the traits that can help us to overcome the procrastination, because
Mm.
normally mm, human like to stay in the comfortable zone.
Yeah.
And also they don't like to change. They like to maintain the current status, or current, like the uh yeah, they just don't want to change.
Mm.
Mm, yeah. So if you force yourself to start something new, okay, then you try to start the thing as soon as possible, so you can you can reduce the mental cost of
Mm.
start a new thing. And then after start the new thing, then the new thing become the current thing you are doing. So it also will be less uh, difficult to continue the particular task.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think uh, this is quite similar to what you shared just now.
Mm. Yeah, I think yeah, when talk about the case that we already start something, I feel like they are something like the switching cost. if you are already doing something, and less likely that you want to stop it right away, right? Yeah, for example, if you have already opened a book and then read the half page, yeah, I believe that uh, it is not difficult to continue. Yeah, because you only uh, read read half. So I believe that if you want to stop, at least you will stop maybe uh, uh, after this chapter, or maybe the whole page. Finish the whole page first, or the whole paragraph.
Yeah. But this is not apply. I mean this book reading is
Mm.
not applicable for those people who don't like to read book. Yeah.
Yeah, they will stop right away, right?
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. And about the okay. Uh, about the way to overcome the procrastination, it
Mm.
it has some it has some logic behind, and one of the supporting evidence is it is the way of doing thing. Yeah, it's the way of doing thing of our brain. So it's something related to the neuroscience.
Okay.
And just now you talk about the switching course, and if human want to switch to something, okay, and
Mm.
human cannot multitask. Yeah, human cannot multitask. Uh, maybe you may think, yeah, some this is not true, because I saw some people can really do 2 or 3 or 4 things at the same time. But
Yeah.
this is not the multitask that I mentioned here. The multitask I mentioned here is do 2 things at the same time. So and then your brain can allocate the energy, can allocate the resources, attention to 2 tasks at the same
Mm.
time. Human cannot do this. Computer also cannot do this. What they can do, what they can do is uh, they switch they switch between the tasks very frequent,
Oh.
yeah, very frequently. So it seems like they are doing multitask, but it is not. And
Oh.
every time they switch, they will have the switching cost. Mm,
Mm.
yeah. And then when there is switching cost, that means it will consume additional energy. So uh, if you talk about this method, if you talk about this psychology trick from the neuroscience standpoint,
Mm.
this is actually our body and our brain tell us tell us to save energy. Mm. Yeah, it could be one of the supporting evidence and also supporting view uh, to this psychology trick.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to start my sharing. Okay.
Okay.
The psychology weapon or psychology knowledge I want to share today is about the environment. Mm.
Mm.
So this environment is not something like uh
In
uh
my case,
it,
neat and tidy, not right.
yeah, yeah. Mm.
Mm.
It's not like you keep a clean environment. Mm. It's not the same thing. Yeah,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
there's another psychology effect. There's another psychology effect can explain this. For example, one of the psychology knowledge is about the broken window effect. Mm.
Okay.
And and what this uh effect talk about is actually when you saw other people, okay, for example, when you saw the places is very dirty, then you are more likely to throw the rubbish on the floor.
Yeah.
So this window broken effect is actually like the scientists do some research and do some experiment, and the window, okay, if the window already broken, yeah, there's one piece of window already broken,
Okay.
and the second window being broke, the probability of second window being broke, being break will be higher.
Oh.
Yeah. So if let's say you have 10 pieces of window,
Yeah.
if one of the window has been broken, yeah, and then the second will be broke, and then later the third one, the fourth one, and then at the end, yeah, all the window will be broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to prevent this, you need to repair the first broken window as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Singapore the government noticed very well, because uh this is crucial to keep the environment, to keep the external environment neat and tidy. So if you trust if you throw the trash on the floor, yeah, you will
Yeah.
be fined. You get a penalty. And if you and you know, in Singapore, we cannot take the chewing gum, right?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, if Singapore government allow you uh to take the chewing gum, and then they definitely will have some people throw the chewing gum at the floor. And
Yeah, maybe
then
under the table.
yeah.
Under the
So
seat.
yeah. So when the time pass, then you'll see, yeah, the whole environment will become very, very dirty based on the window broken effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is not the environment I want to share today. The environment is actually like you create an environment for you, so you will be more determined, and you will be less difficult to continue to do something. Hey, and what does it mean? Okay, for example, one of the example is our English conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you learn English conversation by your own, yeah, you just practice English conversation by yourself, and this is hard to sustain. Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
determine. Mm. Uh, but if you practice English conversation with another people, and because in your mind, they will have a mental cost to disturb other people and waste other people's time. So you try to uh you try to not waste other people's time. So you try to keep yourself on time, and also keep yourself uh do the practice the English conversation with a counterparty. Mm, yeah. Uh, this is the mental cost. There is a mental cost um, to break, yeah, to break this. So this is something like you create an environment. You create a restriction, a mental restriction to yourself, and then force yourself to do something.
Yeah.
And uh And some people will say, yeah, if I do this, will it reduce my happiness? Uh, most most of the time it won't. Yeah,
Mm.
because uh we wouldn't really notice the reduction of happiness. Mm. Yeah, unless you really, really don't like to do the particular thing. Yeah.
Mm.
And you
Yeah.
keep struggling. You keep struggling uh, every time you every time before you start the thing. Yeah.
Mm.
So only when only in this situation it will reduce your happiness.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. So that okay, this is the creating an environment to yourself.
Mm.
And the logic behind is also about the psychology. Yeah, this is because of the mental cost. Mm.
Yeah.
And you also another another part of mental cost is also like you want to gain respect from other people. Yeah, you want to maintain your self-esteem. You want to maintain your self-esteem so that uh you try not to break the rules you set with other people.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. And uh is there any example? Yeah, we have a lot of example. For example, like the contract. Contract is also something like we create an environment. Yeah, we create something that restrict ourselves.
Mm.
Mm. So by signing the contract, you will more likely to follow the rules. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I would like to share one of my story and how do I use this psychology weapon
Mm.
to to achieve my goal. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is when the story is when I was studying in A level. Okay.
Mm.
And at that time uh I take three subjects: accounting, economics, and business study. And business study, uh the the teacher lecturer who teach me business study is Alan.
Mm.
Yeah, Mr. Alan.
Okay.
And there's one time in the classroom, and Alan asked us. I think in that class, Alan Alan was teaching about the SMART. Yeah, how to set goal. So the
Mm.
SMART is like the SMART criteria, which is the specifics and like measurable. Uh, A is achievable, and R is like relevant or something like yeah, I think it's relevant or another thing.
Mm.
Hmm. Oh no, it's not relevant. It's realistic. Yeah, and the T, the last one T is like the time. Yeah, you need to give a timeline.
Mm.
Hmm. Within the timeline. So Mr. Allen teach us about how to set a goal. Hmm.
Yeah.
And then and then and then he and then after that, after he explained all the thing, and then he yeah he simply asked some people, yeah, what is your goal? Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the first person is like uh yeah based on based on he or her phrase. I can see there is some traffic jam. There's some
Oh.
jam in their brain.
Mm.
Mm, yeah, and then Mr. Allen Mr. Allen keep asking, and I still remember the person say, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have goal. Yeah, and then Allen give the person some some uh some clue. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then because now you're taking A-level subject. Yeah. So maybe your goal is want to get a good result. And then the whole conversation linked to the academic result. Yeah. So then the person is like say they want to get like 3C or 3B. I think after that Mr. Allen also asked some of the people, also asked a lot of people, and
Yeah.
most of them say like 3B. And there's one person say 3C. Then the Mr. Allen said, yeah, your goal, your goal was set up at too low. I mean uh
Too easy
uh
to achieve.
too easy to achieve. Mm, yeah. And then but there's no people say they want to there are two people say they want to get 3A. But they say 3A because we got 3A. We also got triple A minus. We also got like the triple A star, means the triple A plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in this classroom, we know there are two top students. Okay, the first one is really I think she can't speak Chinese.
Oh,
And
but she is
and
Chinese.
she's Chinese, and she was born in I think is English speaking family.
Oh.
And she can't speak Chinese, and then she's quite smart.
Mm.
So that we all we all think this person, this girl definitely is top student. And he is, actually he is. And another person is the guy. This is one of my friend. Yeah.
Mm.
And he sit next to me.
Yeah.
And he also can speak English quite well. And he like to ask question. He like to ask question. Ask Mr. Allen question, and his question is quite deep. Mm, yeah.
Mm.
And Mr. Allen also like to answer his question.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So Mr. Allen asked the girl, and the girl say triple A 3A, and then Mr. Allen then asked my friend, and
Mm.
my friend also say 3A. Then then after that, there's 1 second. Uh, my eyes, my eyes. How to say?
Have a
Uh,
contact with his.
yeah. I have a contact with with Mr. Allen Eyes. Yeah,
Mm.
but I managed. Yeah. No. Yeah. At that time, I didn't. Uh, I didn't move my slide. I didn't move my side away.
Mm.
Because I'm ready to answer his question.
Yeah.
And Mr. Allen then then saw me. Okay, then Mr. Allen asked me the question. Yeah, what is your goal? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, or how many A you want to achieve? Mm.
Mm.
And then I still remember at that time, in my mind, what I think is actually I want to say something. I want to say something that surprise everybody. Yeah,
Mm.
just for that reason.
Yeah.
And then I say triple A star. Mm. And then the whole class, uh, and then the whole class keep clapping their hand.
Mm.
Mm. Because there's one person say something that everybody don't dare to say, don't dare to
Mm.
say out.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So actually, my at that time I don't believe I can get that result. And then what I want to do is I just want to surprise everyone, because I feel that this is quite weird. Why you don't dare to say the highest rank, the highest result you get. Yeah, you can set your goal.
Yeah.
You can set your goal at the highest level.
Mm.
But nobody dare to set this. Yeah, they don't dare to say this. They also don't dare to set this goal. This is quite weird.
Yeah, even for your friends and the girl, right? Because previously they could get quite good result, right, already.
Mm,
So their
yeah.
goal still didn't set for the highest.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. So but actually my body at that time was shaking. Yeah. My
Yeah.
hand was shaking because yeah, I just what I do is just raise the attention from other people.
Yeah.
And then but after that this thing keep uh uh this case, I mean, yeah, this case
Mm.
keep rise my attention. And also I always keep in mind. Yeah,
Means that
I
you
always keep
never
in mind this.
forget what you said at that moment, right?
Yeah, and maybe most of people or even Mr. Allen
Mm.
forget this. Yeah, they just think it was a joke. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think it is a joke.
Mm.
Mm. And I still remember the day after I back to home, I quickly take out yeah take out like business study, because
Mm.
on that day only got one subject. I quickly take out business study and try and do the revision, and also do the preview. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. So that uh I'm not sure. Okay, at the end I didn't manage to get triple A star, but what I get is 2A 1B.
Mm.
And the girl, yeah, and the top student, the girl get, I think she get triple A star. Yeah, in my knowledge,
Oh,
she
all of the subject?
yeah, she get triple A star.
Mm.
Mm. And then my friend, another friend, he is I think he didn't get even 1A.
Oh.
Yeah. So mm, uh am I happy? Yeah, I happy.
Mm.
Mm. Even though I didn't achieve that quote unquote the goal. Yeah, triple A star goal. Yeah, but
Yeah.
also but I also feel happy. Mm. Yeah, so this is the story. Yeah. Uh but it may not applicable for everyone, because some of people they don't even remember what they say to other people.
Yeah.
Mm. And also uh and 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 when I say that thing, and after that uh, I I tell myself, yeah, triple A star, triple A star, triple A star. And then, is it difficult to achieve? I need to really analyze it. And then, so that, yeah, I need to do this, do this, do this. So I will have the chance to get triple A star. So I start to do.
Yeah.
So I also have the plan. I also have the plan to study, and I also keep studying. So if you just set the goal and you don't study, you just expect to say something to other people, and then you don't put into you don't put effort into it, and definitely you can't achieve that. Yeah. And your actual result will far from the goal you set.
Yeah.
This is for sure.
Right.
So that uh but but does it mean that this psychology knowledge, this trick cannot help you? No. Yeah, this trick can help you. And first one is the first one is gain the confidence.
Yeah.
And then I still remember yesterday I told you something. If you keep telling yourself one thing, even though the thing is not true, and after some times you will start to believe it.
Yeah.
So it is something like this. You keep telling yourself. And then another thing is you try to increase the mental cost. You try to increase the mental cost of breaking your promise. Even though nobody remember your promise, but you will be the only one are able to keep the promise. But if you don't keep the promise, then no one can help you, and you also cannot help yourself.
Yeah.
So this is something like you create a mental cost. You create a mental cost of breaking the promise, so that you can keep your promise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like I say in at the beginning, will it reduce your happiness? In short term, it may, but in long term, it won't. Yeah, and also, it doesn't mean that after you set the goal, you can only enjoy it if you achieve the goal, if you get a good result. Yeah, you still can enjoy in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like what we read. Yeah, what the book we read, the Atomic Habit. Yeah, and when I was studying, the A level, I also learned a lot of knowledge. So it's not something like I just fight for the academic result. This is not that thing. And
Yeah.
I actually prioritize learning new things. Yeah, learning the important knowledge and useful knowledge more than get a good result. Yeah, I actually prioritize this.
Yeah.
So that this is a good way. This is really a good way. And after and also after you join a new environment, and this environment is something like the virtual environment, because but you also can join the real environment. For
Yeah.
example, I remember in a few days ago, you share something which is like there's one memory teacher teach you, if you want to be rich, then you make friends with rich people. Yeah, this is also the creating the environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, if you, okay, for example, if you really poor, if you really poor and you desire to make a lot of money, you want to change your life. Yeah, so that, but you don't dare go to another country to work. Yeah, maybe you can't speak English. You want to go Australia to work.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't dare to do that. And then what you can do, just straight away go there. Yeah, and everything, all the problem will be solved after you go there. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the environment will force you to learn English, and also will force you to learn the culture, and then to get a job. Mm. Yeah.
Yep.
This is talking about
The physical environment, right?
the physical environment, and also of course this is not that easy, because if you want to go to another country, you need to get some pass, get some visa pass, like that. And maybe you need to find a job. Yeah, you just directly find a job. Find a job abroad. Okay, then you go there to work. Find a high salary job. Or maybe you can go to another city, go to a big city, or go to a big company.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when your want. Yeah, this is when your want. You really desire the want. Or maybe this is not want, this is a need. Yeah, you really need to get that, otherwise you can't survive. Then you can use this technique to help you more easily to achieve the particular thing.
Yeah.
So before I came to Singapore, I also have this feeling. Yeah, you say Singapore, but Singapore is a English speaking country. Yeah, it's unlike JB. Yeah, JB in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Of course, no, KL, most of people talk English, only English, but we are in JB.
Yeah.
So, in Singapore, and this is another country, and maybe the culture will be different. Yeah, you keep telling a lot of excuse to yourself. Yeah, you keep finding a lot of excuse. And then the job, and then like go to Singapore to work, and they will be more stressed because this is a big city or something like that. Mm, mm. But what you can do is directly go there. Yeah, and then after few months, all the negative thought will disappear, will just gone. Because you already adapted.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all for what I want to share.
Yeah. Yeah. I have one thing which I feel curious and wanted to ask you. Uh, yeah. After I remember that you went to Singapore last year, March, right?
Mm,
Yeah. So, starting from the first day you went to Singapore, um, how long times you think that is a difficult time which you want to adjust
mm,
or adapt to the new environment? How long you can feel like you already feel happy, less stressful?
yeah, and I think I just I just take 1 week
Mm.
to fully adapt that. Yeah, because there is a lot of uncertainty before you came Singapore. Yeah, for example,
Oh.
the food. Yeah, how much for the food? Yeah, how
Mm.
much your daily meals, and
Yeah.
and the renter, and also like your landlord, and now you live by your own.
Mm.
Everything you need to do, you need
And
to
the
do by your own.
transportation, all that.
Yeah, and yeah, and there's a lot of thing, and also you joining a new company. So it's not something like you move your house to another place. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you move your house to another place, but your job is still the same. Yeah, you still work in the same company. And
Mm.
if you came Singapore to work, everything will be changed. Yeah, at once. Yeah, in once. So
Yeah.
your job, your uh your your place, your pay uh for living. Yeah, your living place. Okay, and then uh your your friend, yeah, your friend is not there, and your family is also not there.
Mm.
And then in Malaysia, you stay in a big room, in a big house, and
Yeah.
after you go to Singapore, you stay in a very very small room.
Mm.
mm. Yeah, or maybe you need to share the room space with another with your roommate. mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that you have many things you need you will concern, yeah, about the expenses, about
Mm.
the new job, mm, and then like the relationship, mm, friendship or family relationship, or maybe the romantic relationship if your girlfriend is in JB and you are in the Singapore.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm. And then but I just use 1 week. I just take 1 week to adapt that. Yeah.
Yeah, quite short.
Mm. And yeah, so what I want to say is don't estimate the power of environment. Yeah.
Mm.
Environment is really, really powerful.
Yep.
And I can say if you can wisely use the environment, if you're good at uh m- uh if you're good at like the managing the environment or creating the environment,
Mm.
but what I want to say is actually the more appropriate term is actually if you're good at manipulate manipulate the environment, yeah,
Mm.
and you can really uh get get most of the thing you want. Mm,
Mm. So the manipulate here is like to make use of and also to choose
yeah,
the correct environment, right?
yeah. Or maybe and also you also can like create a virtual environment
Yeah.
and and also for now you if you're not good at creating an environment
Mm.
and you can join a real virtual environment. For example, there are many community. Yeah, you can join a lot of group. For
Yeah.
example, like the study group, or like the English conversation group. Yeah,
Mm.
mm, there are a lot of group on the internet.
Mm. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So yeah, from this conversation I saw two uh environmental tricks. So it is something like a combination of physical environment and virtual environment.
Mm,
So I think it is best to use both of them at the same time, right?
mm, yeah,
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, this suddenly remind me of something that people tell me about a good university and a normal university. Yeah, so yeah, someone told me that if you don't consider about the quality of the lecturers uh, in let's say in two universities, and
mm,
then one of the things that make them different is the environment. Yeah, in a good university or in a famous university, uh, I mean, good and famous here is related to those maybe top 20 or top 50 university in the world.
mm,
The environment there is very good, and once you are able to enter those universities, and you will also join the environment. You saw people working hard in the
mm,
library, in the
yeah,
class. They are all talking about the things that uh, uh, the class was studying. Yeah, so um, it is like an environment. When people talk to each others, maybe they are discussing their subject, yeah, all that kind of things, and that create a very good environment for students to learn more and get better results. Yeah. So that are the physical environment.
yeah. And at the same time, you also the physical environment is not only the physical environment, yeah, because it also will create uh the virtual environment to you. Yeah, you have to work hard.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will left behind.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So if
So, mm,
yeah, so if you can uh okay, the physical environment is more easier. It's more easier than I mean a fighting. A fighting and physical environment is more easier than creating a virtual environment. Yeah,
mm,
because normally the virtual environment will be byproduct. Will be the byproduct when you find when you found a physical environment. Yeah.
mm,
But this environment uh at the end is which environment affect you is actually the virtual one. So it's you affect yourself. Yeah. You uh yeah, because no nobody can help you. Really, nobody can help you.
mm.
So
Yeah.
uh is the environment help you? Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody in nobody in the environment in the community they teach you how to study.
Mm,
Yeah. They uh yeah they tell you how to do or something. It's not that. It's actually yourself.
yeah.
So all this environment, no matter it's a physical environment or no matter it's a virtual environment, it is actually depend on you. Mm.
Mm,
You are the only one can help yourself.
yes.
Mm. And also, but what I want to say is, uh, if you can find the physical environment, then utilize it rather than create uh, just virtual environment. Mm.
Mm,
Yeah, because this is more easier and
yeah.
also this is more straightforward and also this is more powerful.
Mm,
Mm. Because you see the real person in front of your eyes, yeah, in front of your face. They are doing the thing. Yeah.
yeah.
If you create the virtual environment, you just keep thinking, and sometimes you rationalize yourself. This is just your thinking.
Mm. And
Mm.
sometimes we gave up, right?
Yeah. Okay. So is there anything else?
Yeah, that's all for my sharings.
Yeah. Me too. So that's all for our today conversations. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversation? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocab or grammar mistakes that we made, please also comment to let us know because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like and subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.